Yeah, well, our next coming show is going to be February 20th and 21st, and like I said, it's going to be at the old Super Target building on William Cannon, the William Cannon exit. It's exit 228 off of 35. There's more than enough room. I can accommodate whoever wants to show up. There's 115,000 square feet there. So, I mean, whoever hears this, and wants to show up, we got more than enough room for you. Just give us a call at 210-872-7469, or you can reserve your table now on the web at www.texasgunshows.net. And I appreciate everybody that's donated to the cause. All that money that has been donated is going towards, locking down this building for us for here on out. So,
all right, let me say bye to you during the break, and we'll obviously have you back up before this event. But we're winning the war here, folks. We'll be right back.
It's the end of time. And
Kurt Haskell, absolutely vindicated in quadruplicate. The lawyer with his wife flying back from Amsterdam Christmas Day with the underwear bomber. They now admit we did arrest the supposed terrorist. We won't say what we did with him. We were tracking someone. Why did they lie about that and everything else? The smart-dressed man. This is big because they're relaunching their Al-Qaeda is going to get us garbage. He did that in the State of the Union last night. That's coming up for about 30 minutes in the next hour. Then the last 30 minutes, Debra Medina going into the big debate tomorrow night. This has national implications just as big as what we saw with Brown potentially in Massachusetts. That's why this is so important for the national audience. She is an in-the-Fed, dyed-in-the-wool, Ron Paul, Alex Jones, patriot supporting, absolutely wonderful. In fact, I'd had Debra Medina invite me down to Ron Paul events. I got invited down by the Ron Paul folks to his last event in the Fed, and I just couldn't go. I didn't go. I need to get involved more in events. I need to come out to more events. It's just we're so tied down here with the electronic media where I can reach millions of people every day. Program notes. I haven't plugged this, and I like the trailer that was made, but it doesn't even really capture how powerful the film is. So we're going to make another trailer. I consulted on it. This film was 5 years in the making. It's how weed won the West. Now, I've told everybody I don't smoke marijuana. I don't like marijuana. I have smoked it in high school here and there and in college, or, had a girlfriend, hey, smoke this. But I know it has more medical uses than any plant we've ever seen. I know they banned regular hemp that has no THC, that's better than cotton, that can be grown anywhere in the U.S., really hurt our farmers. I know this was done by the big chemical companies. That's on record. They had just had prohibition end. They couldn't make money for the mafia and the corrupt police off alcohol anymore. So all they had was gambling and prostitution. So they went into narcotics. And they started with marijuana, and then they banned everything else, which they shouldn't be readily available. Heroin and cocaine are horrible, unless you got a broken leg or something, or they're doing eye surgery with cocaine. They use that to do something with the nerves, I've read. And obviously opiates, if you've broken your back, they shoot you up with them. But the point is marijuana is amazing. Do people abuse it? Are there potheads, that are jellyfish out there? Absolutely. But the issue is that it has so many medical uses, and 14 states have said the feds have no jurisdiction. Just like Montana said, you have no jurisdiction over us manufacturing our own guns. And now other states like Tennessee and others are moving to do that. This is how we get state freedom back over our commerce. And in California, the feds are still trying to shut it down. Obama is exposed in this film as the fraud he is. We exposed the government drug dealing. I'm the main presenter in it. Kevin Booth made it. Of course, his last big film aired on Showtime, won all these big awards. I was working with Kevin on this 5 years ago. He shelved it. He came back in the last year, and the trailer's up on Infowars.com. It's on the shopping cart at the Yahoo shopping cart, How Weed Won the West. It is pre-orders, but it ships coming up the 15th. 2-hour documentary film, a lot of extras, and this is a documentary that will really wake up the young people. The reason it's important is the pothead movement is pretty much what runs the cannabis movement. when it's a lot bigger than that. This explains to them, and it shows drug dealers saying, I don't want drugs legalized. Well, of course the drug dealers don't, and of course the banks don't, and of course the alcohol and cigarette producers are some of the biggest contributors to keep it illegal. They don't want, folks, if you decriminalize, not legalize, decriminalize drugs, and some of Europe's done this, drug use goes way down, it gets cleaner, it doesn't get cut with poison, the person isn't breaking into your house for your jewelry and stereo and computer, your iPod, because they want to get some more drugs. It becomes dirt cheap, it becomes an illness, it becomes a disease. And it gets cut by over 50% in the countries that have done this. So you want to stop the CIA and their narcotics trafficking, you want to stop the New World Order, CIA is always crashing airplanes full of cocaine. That's covered in the film. And you can get it at Infowars.com. You can get some of my films like Obama Deception, Fall of the Republic, half price. You can get American Drug War half price when you order it. And we're going to be the first people to have it. We're manufacturing it right now. I mean, I'm actually involved paying for the manufacturing of it. I'm that much in this film. I asked Kevin not to be in the credits because he really did the work on the film. I just did the consulting and other things. But the point is, we're manufacturing it. And so it's being made right now. We'll get it in week and a half. Pre-order now. We're going to ship it out the 15th. Infowars.com to get how weed won the West. States' rights for guns, for farmers, everything. We're taking our rights back. How the weed won the West. Infowars.com. Or call toll-free 888-253-3139. Or write to me, P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas 78760. Need to get this film. We'll be right back.